So everyone says in the light of all these changes, isn't life going to be much more grim? Well, that's the really kind of apocalyptic negative view, and no, it absolutely isn't, because let's face it, life is quite grim for a lot of people in Leeds anyway, so we need to make these changes anyway. So what we need to do is reduce carbon, but in a way that makes it much more socially just for everyone, so we look after the most vulnerable people in our city. So when we make changes, they make positive changes for the most vulnerable in our city. So that could be free public transport, that could be insulating our homes, so we reduce fuel poverty, and that could be creating local food which is fresh and affordable and organic, and that could be getting away from this kind of status anxiety, this high rush kind of lifestyle, and having local jobs, good quality of life, good social connections by increasing neighbourhoods and the services in neighbourhoods.
Okay, thank you. And even if I do my bit, how can I persuade others to do theirs? And what about the US and India and China?
So everyone says, well, I'm just doing my bit, so it's not enough. But I think it's the old phrase that Gandhi used, you know, be the change that you want to see. You know, like we're all inspired by great examples. So when we see people around us changing, we're inspired to change as well. And that's the Leeds way to do it. So we can lead by example in Leeds. But of course there are big challenges, because what if the USA and China and India don't play suit? So we need to lead by example there. And sure, the whole world might not change with us, but what we need to do anyway is transform Leeds for the better. So we've got a decent free public transport system, we've got local food, we've got better houses. So if we do encounter problems in the future from runaway climate change, at least we'll be better prepared and adapted in this city, because we've prepared for those changes and changed Leeds for the better anyway.
Okay, thank you. And say we do pull it off, what could Leeds look like by 2030?
So my vision for Leeds 2030 is a really fair, accessible, green, livable city, right? Where we have really well-insulated homes that we're not dependent upon expensive gas and electricity, where we have free, accessible and safe and comprehensive public transport and active travel infrastructure, that's cycling and walking, where people don't have to commute into the city centre, where there's multiple employment destinations through the city where people have good work opportunities, that there's local food, so we're not importing vast amounts of food from the other side of the world and reducing our carbon emissions that way. And there's great things to do in this city. There's great green places and cultural institutions, so we don't all have to fly everywhere and get in our cars. So there's great places to do, great things to do in our city that we can walk and cycle and get the bus to, which will be free, by the way. So it'll be a great place to live. Really localised, really fulfilling, really satisfying, where we all get on and we can be proud of this city.
Okay, super. Thank you. Yep, that's great.